Adventure riders can talk hours about tire choice, pressure, handlebar risers or not, because we want the best ride possible and get confidence and that flow when we ride. But the single most impactful thing that we can do to improve the ride is already on the bike, and it's free. All you need is a little screwdriver. And I'm talking about rebound and compression. No, stay with me. You might think that's nerd science, but it's actually what impacts your ride a lot. And it's hard to learn by just listening to some dude on YouTube. So today, you and we're gonna take our screwdriver, our bike, hit the trails somewhere and actually experience what it does. So yeah, tag along. Before we even start tinkering with rebound and compression, we need to make sure that the sag of the bike is correct. And I'm going to presume you already have the correct sag by watching a 1 minute video that I made somewhere here or in the link. So the sag is about the springs. How strong are they? Can they hold me up? I want the sag to be 30% in the rear approximately and 20% in the front. And I do that by adjusting the preload as in the other video. But what we're playing with today is rebound compression, and those settings are how fast the suspension can move in. That's compression. When it compresses, can it go in fast or can it go in only slow by giving resistance on the way in? That's compression. And rebound is once it's compressed, how fast can it go out? Can it go out fast again or only slow? So rebound compression is about speed. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to find a gravel road or trail or something with some curves and uneven surface so that we can use the brakes for the curve and accelerate out and so on. We're going to find a bumpy place wherever, and we're going to set the rebound and compression to its extremes. That's the only way that we can really feel the difference. So we'll start with bumpy road, rear suspension with max compression. So it's going to resist when it goes in. So get your screwdriver and some way to take notes, paper and pen or your phone, because we're going to turn the compression setting to the right. And you're going to hear clicks, click, click, click once you turn. And we're going to count those when we turn it righty-tighty and take notes, because then we can go back to exactly where they were before. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From here you will feel a stop. So I had 12 and it's now max and it stops. So you will feel it stop, but don't force it. Okay, let's hit the bumps with maximum compression in the rear shock and see how that feels. We should expect it to be harder. It should feel more harsh. It's clearly stiffer. So that was the hardest setting that we can have on the compression. So it doesn't want to compress as much. But now we're going to open it, completely open, all the way lefty-loosey on the compression and see how that feels. Now the oil can move freely and it should move a lot more on the shock. Oh wow! It's really soft. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Feels like it rides lower in the rear. So how did that feel? yeah, it can move in a lot easier, so it felt softer, a bit more cushion when riding. Since we were on the extreme, a bit too much, of course. So what you do now with the compression, you set it back to standard, which is righty-tighty all the way to the stop, and then you back up the number of clicks that you counted. Clicks are always measured from fully closed righty-tighty, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 clicks, click, click, and so on. All right, now it's time for rebound. And rebound is the speed once compressed, the shock, the speed that it can move out again. So same thing there. We find the rebound setting on the bottom of the shock normally, either side. Have a screw here, and it's here. And by turning this, we hear the clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a bit one-handed now, holding the camera is tough, but I know the clicks already. But count the clicks, and then now it's stopped. So now the rebound valve is fully closed, which means it will be super slow going back out again. So when you hit a bump, the suspension goes in, and now it goes back slowly. And that you will really feel that if you have multiple bumps, because the first bump go in, and it goes out slowly and hits the next bump before it's even extended again. So it goes in and out, and the next one. That's called packing. The suspension gets shorter and shorter, and you can feel the rear end just sinking. So let's go ride and try this. Oh. So that was max rebound setting, and I could really feel that packing in the whoops there. And now we're going to open it up. We took notes of the number of clicks to fully closed. Now just open the whole thing. So now it's fully open, so no resistance on the way out. It's going out like in the same speed as the spring, so it's no resistance there. It's going to be a bit pogo sticky. So let's try that. Okay, how was that? Pogo sticky? A bit, I guess. So, set the rebound back to standard setting. The number of clicks you noted, fully closed, then open the number of clicks again. The rear is now back to where it was. Now let's go through compression and rebound on the fork. The compression on the fork is usually under here. So let's do the same thing. Oh, let's do some crawling. So it's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11. So, and we have to do the same on both sides. So fully close it on the other side also. And let's go. You should have a hard fork now, hard to compress. Let's go. Okay, back at it. So now let's open the compression again. Fully open, just twist and turn. And on the other side also. Now the fork should be very easy to compress. It should move a lot. Let's try that. Okay, so that was the smoothest setting on the fork that we tried. So now set it back to standard, fully righty-tighty, back the number of clicks, both forks. Now rebound on the forks. And they are on top here. So some have screws, I have dials, or just hand screwable things. Now we have the slowest fork, you know, remember the packing and so on. So we'll try that on the fork. Yeah, we have to do it on this side also, just fully close it. So how'd you like that? With the fast forks, they get more bouncy, and yeah, bouncy feeling is what I would describe it. So now let's do just the curvy gravel roads and go take a 1 minute loop somewhere and do some curves and stuff. But now let's not do all these separate settings. I'm going to make 2 rides. I'll have one ride first now where I set compression on forks and shock to max. So they're going to be really hard. At the same time, I'm going to open the rebound to max, which will make them fast. So hard and fast will be a bit, yeah, let's see how that feels. Okay, hardest compression, fastest rebound, front and rear. So it's gonna be stiff and bouncy. So that was interesting. It's hard and fast, which means it felt slidey and a bit nervous in a way. It's hard to describe the feelings, and we don't have to do that because we're testing it and feeling it in our body. It's like wine tasting. I don't know how to describe the taste of wine, but I know what I like, and when it makes my tongue fold backwards and choke myself. So that was hard and fast. Now let's open the compression, lefty-loosey all the way. They're going to be easy to compress, and let's make them slow by righty-tighty close the rebound valves. So we will have a soft suspension and slow rebound, and see how that feels. Oh, that's a different feeling. It feels like a sponge. Oh, this is actually really big difference. And when I brake, dives. That was a completely different feeling. It was almost, if I wanted to do something, it took a while to do it. Really like it reacted to everything a second after me. So now we tried all the extreme settings. We have an experience of how it feels, and that was the goal really, to know rebound, max, minimum. Now we'll go back to the standard settings that we took notes of and go back to exactly the way it was before. And now when we ride, we can feel, I think in the rough stuff, it feels a bit hard. So let's loosen the compression a little bit. Or it feels bouncy. Let's slow down the rebound a little bit. Now that it's all back to the way it was, when you make adjustments, make 2-click adjustments. If you want to change compression, loosen it up a little bit or add some more, do it with 2 clicks and see how that feels. So, wasn't that a great learning experience? Now you have bragging rights at the bar with your riding friends also, when you can say that, yeah, I think my rear is packing a little bit and the fork is way too fast. Something like that. I have another video on how suspension works and stuff like that. So you can watch that to get sort of the theory behind it. But this is the most important test that we can do. Hope I learned something, hope you learned something, and ride safe out there. What a beautiful day.